rugged, scammed, dumped. Another crypto influencer has unfortunately done the dirty on their audience. And of course, you and I are going to celebrate with some Pokemon music. We're in Pallet Town, you and me. You're thinking a bit different today. You got a cute little Bulbasaur. It's going to be nice, friends. It's okay. So yes, we do have another scam rug attack. We are on our journey. There's this guy on crypto Twitter. His name is Cook. Look, friends, don't even worry about the faces and the names. Just everyone's a scammer. It's like you're running around like, oh no, it's John Doe who's a scammer. It doesn't even matter, bro. Just like everyone's a scam. It doesn't matter what their names, the fans, their faces are. You got to assume everyone's scamming. Now, this is what gets very interesting. It's like everyone's got the guns out, and they're like, back off, back off. You know, everyone's a potential scammer. Everyone gets in earlier than you. Everybody's selling. So why do coins actually go up? Network effects. Okay? Network effects. It's almost like if you could invest somehow into the patch of grass that the drug dealers in Baltimore are going to be using before they got there, and you're like, oh no, watch out. You're all going to get robbed. There's a lot of thieves there. It doesn't matter. You know, there's a network effect there. Okay, I'm using an extreme example. That's why a lot of people, maybe they think, oh no, I don't like this network effect, therefore I'm going. The problem is a lot of people, they only like stuff because it's winning, which means they like stuff after everybody's already in and it's high. You're starting to get it now. You are. So he rugged the coin. He made a coin. Million market cap went down. This guy says there's people on this app that have to fake being hacked and rug their own coins to make money. You don't hate them enough. This is where it gets interesting, friends, because I don't know who that person was who said that post, but apparently that person also rugs coins too. Look at the comment section. I don't see how he was just hacked out of nowhere. He was just posting. Kind of like that fully bundled coin called Motion you were shilling a few weeks ago, huh? So, yeah, man. So pretty much a comment section is saying, hey, you're calling out a scammer, but you did the exact same thing. They recognize each other. Scammers, man. They really do. They recognize each other. This is exactly what I'm expecting to happen with Mitch. And here is LA Vape Girl. LA Vape Girl excuses not putting him on the tier list. He's been on this for a long time, but people haven't really caught on. So you're starting to catch the drift. There's a lot of minds exploding everywhere. I want to show you this comment as well from this guy, Mr. Cood. Lux. So that's the guy who just posted the picture. And he's talking to the guy I just posted. You are no different from those guys. In fact, you may be one of the worst ones. You may not see it yet, but we know who you are and what you are. He says, no matter how much money you make, you'll never be a good guy. You've stolen too much from honest, hardworking people. Not me, because I'm not retardio enough to believe in anything you shill, but karma will eat at you for the rest of your miserable life. No substance, just lies and manipulation. You're not what you pretend to be. One day this whole KOL mag poop will end. And when that day comes, you will realize you never were or are anything but an internet scammer. Every one of these so-called KOLs have no financial education whatsoever and ride only on hype, emotions, swing hard, and can die fast. True. I just want to tell you something though, friends. Like, it's true. There's a problem though. We saw the same things coming out of coming from Peter Schiff's mouth, talking about Bitcoin holders when it was at $30, $100, $1,000, $5,000. Yeah, they say, oh, you have no idea how to value stuff. There's no stock market fundamentals. There's no cash flow. It's worth nothing. You know, so there's haters everywhere. And there's scammers everywhere. But network effects are bigger than just one or two scammers. So this crypto Twitter scammer, he launched and immediately rugged this coin. And that's why he even comes out and he says, ha ha ha, oh no, it was definitely a hack. I accidentally got hacked, ha ha ha. No one believes you. All right. Literally nobody believes you. Think about this. See, this guy, friends, as well. So it only hit $1 million market cap coin. So how much did he even steal? 20 grand, 30 grand? I'm not sure. 10 grand? It's interesting. He would often brag about making a lot of money in previous tokens. So maybe he has lost it to leverage trading or taken it out of crypto. See, this is what... See, a lot of scammers, friends, they surprise you. Like, because you constantly see them scamming. But a lot of them, they keep scamming because they scam from people and they go spend the money. And they run out. Then they go, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll go scam again. That's what they do. Yeah. They don't scam and invest. Because you're probably seeing them like, oh, all of them making money. No. They're just blowing stuff. They're total just trash, subhuman filth. Cockroach gut. You bet they're skipping leg day. Yeah. That's one less person you got to worry about on the squat machine at their gym. So, even more interesting, right? That other scammer influencer called him out with the comment section turning on him all. And friends, this is what I mean. It gets a bit like, it's confusing because ZachXBT, who I literally made videos about, oh man, friends, I swear, I got it. Friends, I curse stuff, man. Whenever I say really nice stuff about anyone, something bad happens. Look, I have a ZachXBT appreciation video. 31 minutes. Yeah. Did anybody else in crypto even make something like that? I'm trying to see. I don't see them. Look at this. There's a heist. The kid who stole 230 million. So he used ZachXBT. Look at this guy. 4.1 million views. ZachXBT joins anti-blockdag team. Look at this appreciation video. Wow. Wow. ZachXBT versus Gotbit. Man. Ah, damn. Like I don't know what it is, friends. Whenever I say nice stuff about anyone, it's like they peak. They it's like I make them top out. And so, friends, I've actually had to go through. I found some of my old posts on it. I'm gonna alarm you, but if you just click onto it, I made an appreciation video, man. Like just what's up, baby dolls? Today, wow, man, I made a whole video. Beat it, toots. Gosh, man, he's just honestly, I don't care. It doesn't, it doesn't really get to me or anything. It's just I'm fascinated, man. Why do I make people top out? That's so weird, man. I'm like the final top signal for people. Now, friends, I have the post chart here. Look at this, just to confuse you even more. And the reason why I'm showing you, a lot of people say to me, Sommi, ZachXBT, everyone wants to know what I think because ZachXBT said PulseChain is an exit liquidity scam chain. That's why I've even written here my post. Many people ask me what my thoughts are regarding ZachXBT saying PulseChain is an exit liquidity scam chain. So what he's actually said is, he goes, I don't help anybody who's from PulseChain because he's basically saying you're all stupid. It's their way of saying you're all stupid. You're all getting used for exit liquidity and you're just dumb-dumbs, which is fair enough. People got opinions, but hold that thought. I made it my appreciation video for him. And then, okay, so what happened was, let's actually read my postie. So someone made a meme coin for him and then he rugged it. He rugged $4 million. Fair play, whatever. No crying in the casino. It's a casino. Okay, just, if you're a cop, dude, you're a cop. You can't go arrest a kid for smoking a doobie at the park when there's videos of you, rolling MDMA and snorting some lines off a hooker's butt on a Saturday night. You know what I mean? It just, and you might say, no, Sommi, you can't equate that with what he did. Yeah, bro. He calls out people who steal like $800. What's 4 million? You tell me. I'm not here to judge. Here's my post. Look at this, friends. January. And it's kind of funny here, friends. This post even got Crypto Kobe's attention. I didn't send him 100K. I never even donated to him. I sent the 100K to Atozi, that YouTube guy who was getting sued by Randy Boo Nuna. Get in here and take my mugshot, I said. So, yeah, it's very interesting. All right, let's go through it. Oh, man, we were so innocent back then. So, breaking. ZachXBT, hilariously, has done the Matty Allen playbook on his ZachXBT token by removing about $4 million of liquidity. So he was airdropped 50% of the token supply, to which he added liquidity, People traded the token from 5 million to 80 million valuation. He then removed $4 million of liquidity. That's like, yes. Now, he didn't click sell, but it's a... Let's do it again. It's a rug. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, friends, you're standing... Let's say you're standing in my hallway. You're standing on some nice Persian carpet, you know? Now, technically, when I pull a rug and you fall on your boom in the hallway, I didn't push you, but I rugged you. You know what I mean? You fell. So, like, you know, when the police officer comes, the police officer, he says, hands up, toots! I see crime here. And when you explain to the police officer, they go, oh, police officer! My bum hit the floor, which was caused by him rugging me. But I didn't technically push you, but, you know. Oh, we're having fun here. Freeze, Jeets! Step away from the sell button now. Yeah. So he removed the liquidity. This created FUD in the community and they dumped it down. ZachXBT, known as Crypto Twitter's neighborhood police, due to detailed crime investigation and unraveling of scammers. Yesterday, ZachXBT was frustrated that Donald Trump launched a meme coin and started dumping on the world alongside Melania. You can dump on me anytime, Melania. Family-friendly way, of course, you know. Someone bring the toilet paper. Many feel he deserves this payout, as being a crime investigator pays almost nothing. The biggest donation he got was from Kobe, 100K to continue his job. I said, thanks, Kobe. But then Kobe says, I never sent him money. All right. So Kobe actually gave money to that guy that BitBoy tried to sue. Right. However, the guy just made almost 4 million off his meme coin. So think about that. A 39x bigger payout. I mean, like, the whole point of it was like, here's a donation for me, a billionaire, if it even happened, which it didn't. It's $100,000. Somebody did give him like 100 or 120K, by the way. But yeah, like he just made 39 times more money by rugging a coin. My gosh. Friends, like I said, I'm not here to judge. Just look at the storyline. It's very interesting. Isn't it wild? Highest value content in crypto. I'm showing you. I made an appreciation video. I guess I should have held my breath because shortly after, meme coin season, crime season happens, and they send it to him and just rugs it. You know, now of course, friends, we know the token would have gone down anyway. Yeah, you know, that's like a police officer saying, "Hey, that line wasn't going to snort itself on that hooker's bum." You know, someone in the room was going to do it. Yeah, but it was you. Someone in the room was going to do it. Yeah, it's true, bro, but it was you. I don't judge, friends. You know, I'm more chaotic good. Chaotic as in, you know, things are breaking the law and stuff. You know, like this stuff. We're living in this own digital world. You know, there are no rules here. It's literally no crying in the casino. You know, like there's no law against, you know, a lady of the night. Maybe there's a stripper, right? Maybe she takes off her hat. Maybe she brings a hat, takes off a hat, and she sits on a young chap's lap and says, I love you. I love that blue and white checkered shirt you're wearing. I love pens in the front pocket. You know? Now, when he sees her talking to, say, another guy, me, because I have a Bulbasaur keyring, I'm saying, look at this. You ever seen one of these? You're not getting it, lady. You know, and maybe his heart gets broken. There's no law against your heart getting broken. You know, it's this moral gray area because it's all digital network effects. And no crying in the casino. You have to assume some personal responsibility. Daddy government can't fix everything here. And by the way, because you can like lose your money in 2 seconds, it also explains why the upside potential's big if these things work out, you know? So you're starting to get it now, right? Over my dead body, are you going to get my Bulbasaur keyring from me, lady? I won't be fooled by you. So, you know, it's funny. ZachXBT also got sent a meme support token called Crime, which he sold for 57K. Man, this is my January posts, man. Highest value content in crypto. Highest. Not high or higher than this guy. They're all chumps. They're all pencil necks. They skip leg day. At least do some push-ups before you shower. Gosh. Here's me reporting on it. This is the chart. He did the Burj Khalifa. Many hail ZachXBT as a hero. Others claim he's living long enough to become a villain. Villain, yeah. Interesting. So, look, friends, I hope you get to see, right? My personality type, I'm chaotic good, right? Just because Donald Trump is doing open crime season, I can make decisions for myself, you know? Just because crime's legal, yeah, I'm not doing it. I don't care. And I'm not even putting myself on the pedestal. So I'm just showing you that these things come and play out. And you can't really put your faith in anyone, can you? That's why, friends, you want to find network effects that grow beyond the person. Because if you put your faith in like one person, man, humans, friends, are infallible. Somebody's going to take a bite of the apple. It's fresh. It's green. I just washed it. Someone's going to take a bite. I mean, it is funny, man. He dumped a token called crime. Ah, man, at least we're all having fun. So, you know, I've got some lessons here for you. Lessons of wisdom, right? Remember this kook guy? There's so many, and there's going to be more. There's going to be so much more. You and I are still going to make it, though. Network effects. You're trying to find something that value's going up, you know, conferences, tattoos, growing network effects, big, large megaphone, and the price is still low, right? Because the business cycle's still low right now, isn't it? Month now, number 34, business PMI just came out, 48.7. Poop. One of the worst in history. So, remember, man, as some users turn to ZachXBT, it's worth remembering, even ZachXBT rugged, right? So that's why I showed you this. So, you know, in a nice, clean way, you know, that's why everyone says, Sommi, what do you think about that guy who doesn't like what you're in and says is exit scam liquidity? Does this face looks like it cares? No, it doesn't, okay? This face doesn't looks like it cares at all, right? Now, you got to remember, friends, ultimately, I'm still flipping a coin. The thing is, though, I don't know. Look, I flipped the coin, yeah? It's either heads or tails. I don't know if it's going to be heads or tails. All I'm confident in is that if heads hits 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x, I'm quite confident of that. I don't know if it's going to hit heads, though. Could come out tails. What I'm basically saying is I know the thing's low, waiting for all the green traffic lights to appear. I don't care what people say. Exit, scam, liquidity, chain. I don't give a crap. You know what I mean? But like, just you're getting it now. You're starting to get it. Okay, that's what. Look, friends. Even it's a nice example I got to show you, because even like, you know, people you think, oh, this person may or may not be fighting crime or whatever. Look, bro, I'm in the real trenches. The real trenches, okay? Not the Soylana homoerotic ones where everybody's sucking on each other's toe jams, stuck in the closet, following the LA Vape cabal or the prostitute cabal, getting rinsed by Dave Portsoy's Greed 4. We're still waiting for Greed 5 to drop. Please, Dave Portsoy. Please, the people want Greed 5. They can keep playing that game. They believe in nothing, stand for nothing, pencil necks, noodle arms, painting their own fingernails. You know that, okay? Yeah, they eat bugs too. Of course. They're easy, malleable. Of course they eat bugs. All right? They don't know how to buy low, sell high. They don't know how to believe in anything, right? Because they just keep trading PvP arena trash. Because they're so nihilistic on the world. Yeah. That's why, friends, my view of the world, okay? You got to remember, I have been hardened. Metapod hard. I've been hardened by, I mean, like, I've watched how much UFO? I've done a lot of UFO videos, conspiracy, deep state, all these other stuff. I still have a positive outlook on the world. Okay? You want to win in investing? That's what you need. Yeah, you're paranoid. Everything's going to explode every 2 seconds, but you are cautiously optimistic. So what are your conclusions? Number one, nobody is here to help you. There you go. No one's here to help you. Guess, but Sommi, what about you? Friends, you got to understand, one day, some Chinese dude He's going to AI skin himself and he's just going to appear to be me. It was funny. I was thinking about you instead of the Antichrist, the anti-Sommi, the counter Sommi, the black version of me. You know, friends, as a part of Prince of Persia, you fight like a ghost version of yourself. I still remember this game, man. This scared me as a kid. I was like so scared. This is it, Prince of Persia, friends. You fight the shadow version of yourself. You jump through the mirror and then a shadow version appears. Very interesting, yeah. I remember that. And I could never beat him. And I remember experimenting. I forgot exactly how you defeat him. Because he copies you, I think you just have to do a move to make him like fall back on something. Yeah, back in the day, right? So you can't put your faith in anyone. You can't. You know this, friends, as well. Look at America, for example, okay? America, there's Democrats and there's Republicans. Blue and red. They both love the country. It's just how they express it is different. Yeah? Like, their love of the country, it goes beyond just the president. It goes beyond Nancy Pelosi's giant grandma saggy boobs. You see, it goes beyond any of those. It goes beyond, say, the representation of America. Hulk Hogan, John Madden, Justin Bieber. It goes beyond them. Okay? Because their lives will come and go, and then people are still there, and their kids are still there, and then there's someone new that represents the idea of it. You see what I mean? The network effect is bigger than just the person. Even though the person's quite important, it's not the whole piece of the pie. It's just a piece of the pie. But no one's here to help you. Look at Bitcoin. Michael Saylor, important. He's not everything in Bitcoin, though. He's not everything. You've got Eric Wall's rainbow forehead. You've got his relationship with Udi. You've got other Bitcoin maxis. You've got Samson Mao trying to onboard other people. You've got Jack Mallers. You see? You do see. Number 2, this is important. Never risk more than 1% of your total portfolio on one coin. All right, profile. Your entry size should be 0.25% max. So not financial advice. You can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you an idea. Yeah. If your portfolio total is $10,000, you shouldn't be putting more than $100 in. You're going to slap yourself on these stuffs. Okay. Like have a slap. You're going to have a slap. It's like, hitting the poker machine or whatever. Slot machine. So yeah, if you have a $10,000 portfolio, anywhere from $25 to $100. I always tell people this. It's funny, and no one's ever been able to succeed. I said, hey man, how much is your portfolio? 10,000? Okay. Using $100 clips, try to make 2,000. And then when you do, we'll bump you up. We'll try to get you, and you can start risking more. No one ever gets there. No one's ever come back to me. It's been like 3 years. Yeah, so what I've done is I've actually saved everybody. Instead of doing like a $3,000 hit, they do like $100. And they lose after 2 or 3 times. Maybe it's 50-50. They hit something that's like a 5x, but they round trip like 4 coins and like back and forth. Maybe their $100 is now like $300, but it's so much sweat and tears and getting rugged. They're like, oh man, this isn't even worth it. Look at the volatility. And they go, yeah, well, there you go. Number 3, it's risky. No crying in the casino. I think that's very, very, very important. When there's clouds raining outside, you're going to get wet. You do know. Number 4, assume everyone is selling on you. So that way you can assess if the long-term network effect potential is there. Perfect example, friends. I assume Michael Saylor's selling Bitcoin. Is he? I don't know. You hope not. But, I assume he is. Because I'm like, well, the value of Bitcoin is bigger than him just selling. Yeah, he's important. He ain't everything though. Okay? That's why I assess every coin I'm in. If that big guy is selling, is that extremely important? I mean, think about what happened to pDAI. The public Richard Hart wallet accounts dumped the crap out of it. Makes you think. So, even though it's crime season, you still got to be sharpening yourself, friends. Okay? You see this. Oh, another KOL has dumped on everyone. Whoop-de-doo. We'll just tell everyone, get over it. All right? I'm giving you tools now. I'm giving you tools. Yeah? You limit. See, you can't control the outcome, but you can limit how much you put in. If you're putting in 0.25% up to 1% max, a few times you hit your spins, maybe you keep losing. That's okay. You never want to get in a position where you've like slapped so much, because then what ends up happening is, unfortunately people go through this, right? Let's say they have a 10 grand portfolio. They'll put like 3.5 grand in the wrong coin. Then they lose that. Now they're down to 7. And so they think in the other remaining 7, they have to take more risks to make up for it. So then they go further and further down the risk curve, you know? And look, it's okay to go further down the risk curve if you've done all your homework, 18 hours a day, but usually people don't. You know, they just look at, okay, what's the next thing that I can make my money? But you don't know that thing might be poop as well. Okay, so I know there's all these pitfalls, but that's why victory will be so sweet. So, as I said, lady of the night, get away from me. Nobody's getting my Bulbasaur keyring. Like, subscribe, belly button all. It's crime season, baby. Catch you in the next one.